afternoon, Happy New Year, and welcome to Channel 4's first live Football Italia of 1994. And what an intriguing match we have lined up for you. Lazio gets Sampdoria, not only two of Italy's top title contenders together, but also a matchup of Italy's two English players, David Platt and Paul Gascoigne. Yes, despite the groin strain story, Gascoigne will almost certainly be playing this afternoon. His groin, you'll be delighted to hear, is back in full working order. Well, it should be quite a game then, and the man who's flown out all the way from England to join us here is Don Howe. It should be worth it, Don.
It ought to be, yes. I'm looking forward to it. And it's a pleasure to be here, James, incidentally. Yeah, we're going to see England's two best midfield players playing in a top Italian game, Lazio v Sampdoria. What a day.
Well, we'll be getting confirmation of Paul's place in the Lazio lineup from Joe Jordan and Peter Brackley in a couple of minutes' time. Firstly, though, let's go across to Kenneth Wolstenholme with a roundup on both teams.
It was the game that began our Football Italia coverage here on Channel 4 16 months ago. Lazio against Sampdoria. And what a match. A 6-goal thriller to get us off to a flyer. Beppe Signori announced himself to the British viewers for the first time with a double strike, and was to go on to head the scorers chart until the very end of the season. His tally of 26 goals, the best in Serie A for over 30 years, helped Lazio to 5th place in the table, and perhaps even more importantly, won them a place in Europe. Sampdoria finished 2 places behind, just being squeezed out of a UEFA Cup spot. But this year, things are a little different, with Sven-Goran Eriksson's side in a real title-challenging position. It was the inspired close-season signing, David Platt, and Ruud Gullit, who led the way from week 1, both scoring on their debuts at Napoli. And both have kept up the good work, making Sampdoria the most free-scoring side in the top flight.
Here's Gullit! Oh, cracking goal! And Sampdoria are 3-1.
But Sampdoria have had their problems at the other end, conceding almost as many goals as some of the teams in the very basement. A niggling defeat against Roma at the Luigi Ferrari Stadium was followed by another a little while later against Cagliari. Then just before Christmas, they were humiliated by Inter at the San Siro.
Sosa whipping over the free kick towards Battistini! Meantime, here's Fontaine with a chance. That's an own goal. Orlando going in. I'm sure that came off the Sampdoria defender. Bergkamp against Paliuca to give Inter a 3-0 lead, and 3 it is.
But Sampdoria's October meeting with the other Milan team showed the reverse side of their character. 2-0 down to the champions, they came storming back to win 3-2. And it was that man Gullit who finished the hero, scoring a sensational 77th minute winner against his old teammates. Lazio haven't found goals as easy to come by, averaging just over 1 a game. The early season absence of Beppe Signori proved costly, but he's back after injury, announcing his return to full fitness with a November hat-trick against Genoa. The arrival of the £7 million striker Alan Boksic from Marseille has proved another boost to a previously shot-shy attack. Then, of course, there's Gaza. Apparently on his way home to any English club who would buy him, he made the headline writers change their tune with a dazzling return against Juventus. Suddenly, it was Rome, sweet Rome. Gaza the chump was once again Gaza the champ. His performance against Juventus, Baggio and all, was truly tremendous, coming as it did after an injury-plagued 2 months on the sideline. But he knows that he's got to repeat that performance over and over again to keep the creditors off his back. And nothing would please him more than putting one over his England teammate, David Platt. Platt, after his own troubles at Juventus last season, has settled in well to the more relaxed lifestyle in Genoa. He too is bubbling at the prospect of a clash with his England teammate. Their individual battle could help decide the destination of the points this afternoon. History certainly favours Lazio, but the battles have always been competitive and full of goals. After the Christmas break, both sides will be eager to start 1994 in winning form, and the current table shows just how important today's fixture is to both sides. So join us after the break for Gaza against Platt, Hullet against Signori, and Mancini against Boksic, as Lazio take on Sampdoria live.
Welcome back to the Stadio Olimpico, where we're enjoying a very pleasant afternoon. Some nice hazy sunshine and a good brisk breeze too, which will no doubt be whipping its way around the bare knees of the players when they make their way out onto the pitch in a couple of minutes' time. Lazio Sampdoria are a big game, and we can now confirm that the duel between Serie A's two Englishmen, Paul Gascoigne and David Platt, will be going ahead. Gascoigne is in the Lazio team. He gave us all a bit of a shock midweek when he announced that he'd managed to get a groin strain climbing out of bed. I'm quite sure how all the rest of us managed to get out of bed every morning, but obviously it's a particularly unwieldy set of pyjamas that Paul puts on. But anyway, he's executed another of his miracle recoveries over the last couple of days. He's done enough to convince the Lazio doctors that he is fit for the game, and so he's back in the squad. The duel with Platt goes ahead, and in fact the Corriere dello Sport this morning even dedicates an entire page to the battle of the Englishmen. God save the Queen, they say, in a rather curious choice of headline. Underneath there's a photo of the two, and they explain to their readers that it's a battle of proletarian Paul with patrician Platt. Rather strange read of the situation. Some fireworks crack their way off behind us. But anyway, one man who certainly knows these two players rather better than the Corriere dello Sport is Don Howe, who's joined us here today in the presentation position. Don, you know them, of course, from when you were coaching the England squad.
Yeah, well, they are both attacking midfield players, as you know, James. But there's a contrasting styles in the way they do it. I mean, Paul Gascoigne, as we know, has got terrific control. You know, he's good with the ball, changed right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, takes people on around the box. Where David Platt does it off the ball. He makes all his runs off the ball, gets in on through balls, gets in on crosses, arrives late in the box. So a nice contrasting styles.
And Platt has been very crucial in terms of the goals he's done for Sampdoria so far. Gascoigne's been absent a great deal, but Zoff never fails to, never misses an opportunity to emphasise how important he is to Lazio's game plan.
Oh, well, I mean, Paul he can make a goal and he can score a goal. David Platt, obviously, I mean, it's his work rate, as well as he's getting into the box and getting on the end of things. David's got terrific stamina, and he can get up and down the pitch. So it's vital to a manager. He look at his situation, he knows Paul Gascoigne can unlock the door for Lazio, although they've got good front players. And obviously Eriksson at Sampdoria knows Paul's going to be there every time. Every time the ball's in the box, Paul will be in the box.
Are you surprised, as an ex-coach of Paul, how many injuries he's managed to come up with this season?
Well, the lad just seems to be unlucky, doesn't he? I mean, I don't know how he's got this groin injury in his holidays. Obviously, he might have been doing a little bit of extra training, wants to keep himself in shape, and he's perhaps overdone it. But luckily, he's okay for today.
Well, we'll be talking more to Don later on through the games. You can see they've got me on a bit of a short leash today, at least where my ear's concerned. We'll hand over now to our match commentators, Joe Jordan and Peter Brackley, who will give us, first of all, the team lineups.
Yes, thank you, James. A very happy new year to all of you from Joe Jordan and myself. There's the man, Paul Gascoigne. And what better way to kick off another year than with this appetizing encounter that parades so many gifted players on the central stage of Serie A football. Lazio's season has certainly sprung to life in recent weeks, with or without Gaza. They've earned many a complimentary headline over their much improved displays of late. And Sampdoria, as we know, are such a talented side, and if the mood takes them, one that's capable of outmanoeuvring just about any team that confronts them. The question of Gascoigne's fitness then has been a constant topic for discussion. His latest accident, as he's terming it, hasn't proved to be too serious, and unless he's fallen down the stairs en route from the dressing room, he'll be exhibiting those outstanding, if somewhat unreliable, skills in the Lazio number 10 shirt. A Lazio side oozing with attacking potential. Signori in tandem with Boksic up front is rapidly turning into one of Serie A's most lethal combinations. Gaza will be pumping them along with Fouzer from out on the flank. And at the back, Dino Zoff selects Bergodi in place of the young defender Favali, who's suspended. Confirmation there of the Lazio side. Boksic wearing 9, and Signori 11. They'll be the two up front for Lazio this afternoon. Keep an eye out too for Roberto Di Matteo, number 4 there, who's been called up into the latest get-together by Arrigo Sacchi, the Italian coach. Well, Sampdoria in second place then behind Milan are most relieved, I'm sure, to have Mancini back. The talented number 10 is such a vital cog in their wheel. He'll link with Hullet and David Platt in a three-pronged attack supported by Lombardo and the Serb Jugovic. Rossi is still on his way back from injury, so Serena continues wide on the left. Two free-scoring sides in conflict today. Indeed, last season's 2 matches produced 9 goals. That enthralling 3-all draw on the opening day in Genoa, and Lazio coming out on top 2-1 when the two teams met again in Rome. Sampdoria, of course, already established as title contenders, and Lazio's prospects of being taken just as seriously will be greatly enhanced by victory over them today. Lazio currently 2 points behind Sampdoria, and they in turn behind Milan, a further point adrift. Milan, the leaders, who are today away from home at Reggiana. Parma also up there in contention, then away to Piacenza, and Inter are home to Atalanta. So, Joe Jordan, alongside me here, your thoughts on the prospects for today's encounter here?
Good afternoon, Peter. Well, my thoughts, I think I've got to start where Don left off. I think from our point of view, the interest here in Great Britain is the confrontation between not only the two teams, but the two Englishmen, in Platt and in Gascoigne. And as Don has already said, you're looking at two players who have different characteristics, will have involvement in the game and will have an influence in the game. Gascoigne's influence will be, I think we'll see it more apart, because he's a player that is on the ball, wants to be involved all the time. But you have David Platt, who really is not a playmaker, and is a player that gets on to the end of things created by other people. A player that plays and contributes to the game in the runs and the work he does off the ball. We may only see him in 5 or 6 times in the edge of the box, but his runs are so good, so well timed, and his conclusion at the end of it make him a player that he's got to be watched continually, because he is a player that can get vital goals, as he's already done, not only for his club team but for England as well.
Two captains in the centre circle there, with referee Marcello Nicchi from Arezzo in Tuscany. Bigodi, the captain of Lazio today, and Sampdoria skipper Roberto Mancini. We were wondering, Joe, whether Sampdoria would detail someone to man-mark Gascoigne today. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's definitely a thought that must be going through the opposition manager's mind, from the point of view that Gascoigne is so influential. He is at the fulcrum of the team. Everything will try to be played through there. He has got great vision, and he's got a great touch on the ball for short balls and long balls. So that will be a significant decision. But also, I think you've got to take into account that the forwards that are on show, so it's very difficult just to be concentrating on one particular player.
A lot of interest in the two goalkeepers today. Pagliuca, of course, of Sampdoria, the number 1 in Italy. Marchigiani at the other end, the number 2. And this fellow, Ruud Hullet, well, what an inspiration he has been so far for Sampdoria this season.
Well, he's been a great influence in Italian football with Milan, and he's come here and he's shown to people in the city of Milan and whatnot that he's far from finished. He's a great influence and still a great player, and not only is he making goals, he's scoring them as well here.
Alan Boksic, who scored twice already for Lazio since his recent arrival from Marseille. So Sampdoria will be keeping a very careful eye on him. Dino Zoff, the coach of Lazio. His team in 6th place then, Sampdoria up in 2nd spot. Sampdoria, who've been playing so well away from home. Lazio pretty strong too in the Olympic Stadium, though. Only 1 defeat so far, that by Torino. Sampdoria then kicking off, attacking from left to right. This is Evani, who's on loan, remember, from Milan. And like Hullet, has also been very influential so far this season. He's been playing as well as anyone in the Sampdoria side. Mancini.
If I could just come in there, Peter, the first touch with Mancini. Here he's a player that's been out for 2 games, and he'll be very welcomed back by the Sampdoria team. He's a very important cog in the wheel.
Right ball through, almost found David Platt then. A well-timed run by the England midfielder. for Boksic. So too there was Vierkevon, who clearly has been detailed to market. Another fascinating confrontation that promises to be. Vierkevon, one of the hardest defenders in the Italian game. And Boksic, who's razor sharp up front. Clavero. He's the sweeper on the Lazio side. With Bonomi and Bergodi the markers. Mancini, released by Di Matteo. This is Evani. Cracking atmosphere in the stadium as Philip lays it off to Platt. Now Lombardo. Sacchetti linking with him. Hullit's in the middle. Philip with the header. And even he didn't really expect to have beaten Marchigiani from there. Hullet, though, with 9 goals so far this season, including a couple of spectacular headers among them too.
On that ball there, it came in for a goal. I don't think he had much option. There was no players in support there, and it was the only option that was open for him.
Evani with the free kick. Manini. Here's Platt. Now Sacchetti. He'll be venturing forward, I'm sure, whenever the occasion arises. Lombardo. No foul by Bacci. Signori. Trying to shake off Manini. Good running by Boksic. Look how tightly then he was marked by Vierkevon. Sven-Goran Eriksson, the coach of Sampdoria, hoping his team can repeat their title success of 3 years ago. Gascoigne. Away from Evani. This is Clavero. Direct link with Vinta, but unsuccessfully. Is Jugovic. Mancini. So elegantly played and chipped through delightfully then to in search of David Platt. Fuser with Venter, the Dutchman. Stuck front by Gascoigne to Signori. Boksic, like an arm, then snaking out from Sacchetti. Fairly frenetic start, Joe.
Yeah, it is. It's just started, and I've already noticed that David Platt's made 2 fantastic runs there into the box, and he's been unfortunately, he's only been a toe away from getting on to the end of it, and I think we'll see a lot more of those penetrating runs that he can do. Also notice that Gascoigne, I don't think he's going to be a man-to-man mark. I think it's just going to be the nearest Sampdoria player to him. He's just going to get and tighten up on him and close his space.
And an outstanding return to Lazio, of course, Paul Gascoigne in the match against Juventus. Did well away to Lecce as well. 2 victories there for Lazio. In goes Bacci. Now Di Matteo. Fuser. Forceful run, but good defending by Jugovic. Fuser, who's been back to something like his best form in recent weeks after injury problems earlier in the campaign. It'll be Signori then with the corner. Clavero has come up from the back. Boksic in there too. Bonomi. Now here's Hullet. 5 minutes gone, no score. As Hullet threads it on towards Lombardo, an excellent pass. And a well-timed tackle. What a vital one too that from Bacci as Lombardo threatened to go rampaging through.
That was a marvellous ball there with Hullet. I think Lombardo will be a little bit disappointed he didn't take that ball on the run, get it in front of him, because there was an opportunity there to have a strike on goals and he's lost it. I think for a ball of that quality, I think it merited more than just finishing with a corner. I think there should have been a shot on target.
Vierkevon has come forward from the back. Up goes Marchigiani, didn't make it, and Hullet has scored. Terrific start for Sampdoria. Marchigiani came out, didn't make contact, and Hullet was there.
Well, the quality of the ball that came in there, has made it impossible, really, for Marchigiani. He shouldn't have come. He's gambled, he's come and tried to punch it, and Gullit has soared above everyone. And I think that, other than giving Gullit the credit for putting in a nice header, I think you've got to criticise the goalkeeper. He's come for a ball there, it was never his.
So Ruud Gullit, with his 10th goal of the season, puts Sampdoria in front. Marchigiani, it was a rash dash out of goal by him. No real chance of getting there. And Gullit's header was so perfectly timed. Gascoigne. First time Ruud Gullit has reached double figures in an Italian season. His previous best was in his first campaign with Milan, back in the late 80s when he scored that 9. So now he's surpassed that. On by Gascoigne here. Real examination of Lazio's qualities. There's a little tangle off the ball with Gascoigne and Lombardo. Gazzo gets so fired up for these games. Here's Gullit now. Bonomi. Encouraging signs that this could be quite a match here. Mancini. Seeking out Gullit. Marchigiani with a comfortable catch. A real setback for Dino Zoff's team. The early strike by Ruud Gullit.
I think that's Lombardo has gone down there, Peter. And that could be a result of the tackle that was made by Gaza. I think he got over-enthusiastic there. He was never going to get to the ball. Maybe his forwards, the referee never had a word with him.
Well, let's get the thoughts of Don Howe. Don, great start for Sampdoria.
The early part of it, Peter, and I've got to say this, Gullit's looking absolutely outstanding. He's got this freedom now to move anywhere on the pitch, and he's using it very positively. He's making runs behind the Lazio defence and getting it all the time. And for the corner, well, Marco Gianni there really made a bad mistake, the goalkeeper, but it was still a good header by Gullit.
Thanks, Don. Ruud Gullit, who feels he's been given a new lease of life, really, by Sampdoria, and this much freer role that he has licence to roam, and he's roamed to good effect so far. Rivero on for Boksic. Lazio themselves had problems scoring goals early in the season when Signori was out injured and Boksic wasn't with the team then. But in the last few games, well, the goals have really been flowing. 17 in the last 9. Now there's Boksic's great run. What a save then by Paliuka, who was quickly out to narrow the angle.
That was a fantastic effort there. I mean, Boksic, as you've mentioned, he's come and he's changed the fortune for Lazio. They've started to score goals, and he's just given you an example how.
Signori, out by Lombardo. Fuser took a deflection. Another corner. It could have been more serious for Paliuka. Terrific run here, though, by Boksic. And that one would have surely have swerved into the corner, not for the defiance of Paliuka. Gazzo lurking on the edge of the box there. Bogodi, number 2, has come up. Boksic couldn't reach it, out by Lombardo again. No offside. Bonomi. Giovanni. Here's Crivero, who so often comes forward to link with the front players from his sweeper position. Crivero now. Signori riding the tackle, which was a pretty fierce one. Play on, says the referee. Gascoigne, typically mazy run. Down he goes. Bierkavant, the offender.
When Gaza gets in a position like that, Pierre, he's very, very difficult to stop. He's so positive. His feet are so good that even the best of defenders find themselves in a lot of trouble. And really, that's one of the few ways that you can stop him, is just to obstruct him. That's what's happened there.
An experienced old campaigner like Bierkavant had no intention of allowing Gascoigne to go any further. Now, maybe a shooting chance here for Signori. Here he is now, onto that left foot, and it squirms wide. Last season's leading goal scorer in Serie A, of course, Signori with 26. And since returning from injury, he's been quickly into the same rich vein of form this season. 6 goals in 9 games. Didn't really get hold of that one, Joe.
No, he'll be disappointed with himself because, as we've known, not just from this season, from last season when he scored all the goals, what a great striker of the ball he is, especially on that left peg he has.
In goes Platt. He's given it away, though, to Fouzer. Now Gascoigne. A roar of anticipation around the stadium whenever Gaza has the ball. He's, for all his antics, such a favourite with the Lazio fans. I think they're prepared to be more patient maybe than Dino Zoff is. There was from Vinta. No problem for Paliuca. Vinta, who's been so consistent for Lazio since his arrival from Holland at the beginning of last season. News of another goal elsewhere. Genoa have taken the lead at home to Cremonese. Genoa 1, Cremonese 0, and the scorer Galante, the man who was involved in the clash with Mancini that resulted in Mancini's 2-match suspension for a sending off. Eriksson will be so delighted that Mancini is back in harness for Sampdoria today. Another free kick to Lazio for another foul on Paul Gascoigne. He's finished the last 2 games, Gaza, but didn't complete the first 4 he took part in earlier in the season. But he was in sparkling form against Juventus. And he wants to be involved in everything for Lazio again today. Vinta making the run for him. Up by Serena. Gascoigne. He's out of play. Vinta. Now Fouzer to cross it in. Manini was there. Very strong and reliable defender, Manini. Di Matteo, who's in the anchor role for Lazio today. Gascoigne. Boksic. Rugged challenge though by Vierkova.
Yeah, well, I think Boksic has just shown for such a big fellow how good his feet are. You know, you've got the man coming in very tight, a little bit late, but I think some of that was down to Boksic. Was shown in the first of all when he had the shot, he can go at people, he can take them one way or the other, and there when the ball's played to him and his marker is so tight, he can still appear to get away from him. I think that the Lazio fans will be expecting a lot from this partnership with Signori and Boksic.
2 players who, of course, are keeping out Casiraghi. He's only among the substitutes today, although he is first choice for the Italian national team. Now Fouzer hovering over the ball with Signori again, maybe lining up a shot here. I think they're going to change the ball first. But it's gone. Sampdoria leading by Hullit's goal. And Lazio with a chance maybe to equalise here. Signori taking his time over the free kick. The referee, I think, is satisfied now that everyone's far enough away. Here is Signori. Great drive. My word, that was flying through the air. See better, I think, from this how far away it was, and always veering wide. He does possess an explosive shot, Signori, and certainly one of the most feared strikers in the Italian game. Now a shock developing elsewhere. Inter are trailing by 1-0 at home to Atalanta. Magoni, the scorer. Atalanta down in 16th place, Inter up in 5th position. And certainly one of the key figures in the title race. Lazio free kick being organised by Winter. Here's Gascoigne. Up by Sacchetti. And after the early flourish from Sampdoria, it's Gascoigne and Lazio dictating the game now. It'll be a free kick or a goal kick, certainly in Sampdoria's favour anyway, but he's made a bright start, Gascoigne.
Yeah, he's shown a great appetite for the game. He's shown a great appetite to get the ball. Every opportunity, as we've seen there, from a throw-in, and just prior to that, where he's demanding the ball of his back players. He wants to be involved all the time. He wants to be creating. He wants to make his name in the game. You know, he wants to stamp his personality.
Bjerkevaart pursued by Boksic. Here's Gascoigne. Boksic working very hard. And as Joe was saying, he has got good feet, this fella. But now the break could be on. Off goes Hullet. Well, that looked a bit harsh to me. What do you think, Joe?
I think he just overrun it a little bit there, and a good old pro he was. I think he just made enough of it to get to a free kick. But just prior to that incident there, where Boksic had the ball and Lazio were trying to construct him, I think it's going to be difficult for him if Sampdoria just sit in. They've got the one-goal advantage, and if they just sit there and try and catch him on the break, which they have done in the past, and they've got players of the quality to do that, in Mancini and Gullit, it could be a hard afternoon for Lazio. You know, they'll be needing to get to goal to try and retrieve the situation, and also to try and bring Sampdoria out and make the game more open. Because as it stands at the moment, it's going to be difficult.
Sampdoria with 5 wins from their 8 away games so far this season. Problem there for Bonomi. Only recently returned from a long-term injury. He was out for some 10 months with a knee problem. And that was quite a jarring challenge then. Let's hope that's not too serious for young Bonomi. And the brightest prospects in the Italian game. Lombardo. Laid off in by Mancini to Evani, who controls the central area for Sampdoria with this fellow, Jugovic. Well, weighted pass in by Jugovic, picking out David Platt. Here's Mancini now. Out by Winter. Only as far as Lombardo. Now Evani. Hullet. The alertness of Bergodi, though, denied Hullet an opportunity. Mancini. Sacchetti's made the run outside him. Flick on by Signori. Well read, though, by Bjerkevaart. Now, Serena. Rivero to hoist it clear. Beyond Gascoigne, though. No one can put their foot on the ball here. Evani. Again, it's a well-timed run by David Platt. Let's make those forward sorties to such good effect, Platt.
Yeah, I thought Sampdoria did some good possession. They showed a good patience, build up, changed the direction of play, and just waiting for that moment when someone like David Platt makes a decisive run. And he was a little bit unfortunate to do something with that.
Rivero sprays it wide to Fuser. Now Winter. Here's Gascoigne. Wants to orchestrate everything for Lazio. Boksic. Well, to keep that in play, but only back into the welcoming arms of Paliuca. Goal from Marocchi has given Juventus the lead away to Udinese. Juventus in 4th place at the moment, 2 points behind Milan at the top. And it's Piacenza 1, Parma 0, so Parma in trouble. Ferrante the scorer. Now Hullet up towards Jugovic, and the flag is up for offside. Fuser. Now Signori, peeled away then from Vierkevon. How well the Italian defender closed him down then, Vierkevon. Salsano is ever on the bench for Sampdoria. Seems to be his role in life these days. Gascoigne. Have the strength then to hold off a dual challenge. Now Victor. Here's Bacci. Nice kick by Serena. Could be in trouble here. Fuser. And in the end, Serena having to resort to illegal tactics to bring down Fuser. He was very thrustful down the flank. Serena not really a left back. He has more of a midfield role in this lineup. Of course, Sampdoria missing Rossi, who's been out through injury. He had been the regular left back in the side. And Goran Eriksson hasn't been able to include Rossi among the substitutes today, as we thought he was going to, so clearly the injury hasn't cleared up yet. Bullet's header out. Gascoigne. Whole posse of red-shirted defenders around him. Fuser to Signori. Whipping over the cross, dealt with though by Manini. Now Platt. Bullet had shown for him well. Jugovic. This is Bacci for Lazio. Trailing by a goal to nil. The goal from Ruud Gullit on 5 minutes. Di Matteo. Haven't seen too much of him so far. The reports from previous games have been excellent. Signori. Now that for Bacci. Support from Gascoigne. Shot driven through, and wasn't far away either from Di Matteo. Just when I was saying we hadn't seen too much of him, that was not a bad effort, Joe.
It was a good effort. It's one of the best efforts that Lazio put in so far. But just looking at the game there and just looking at the picture, you see Sampdoria there, and they're defending in depth and defending in numbers. As soon as they lose the ball, they're getting behind the ball. And at this moment in time, Lazio haven't got behind the Sampdoria defence. And as it stands, I see Sampdoria just reading the game and quite happy the way things are.
Free kick to Sampdoria, taken by Evani. Here's Lombardo. Manini. And he left his leg trailing then as Crivero curtailed his run. Manini, still a vital member of the Sampdoria side, but seems now to be out of favour with the Italian national team. Mind you, with Arrigo Sacchi, you never quite know what he's going to do next. He does select so many players. And the right-back position for the Italian national team has been a problem one. Here's Bonomi, and a threat from Hullet. Crivero. Boksic. Trying to shake off the attentions of Sacchetti. 25 minutes gone in the first half. Gascoigne, so easily away from Jugovic. Gascoigne with a cross for Boksic. It was a brilliant ball by Gascoigne. And Boksic will be furious with himself that he didn't tuck it away.
Well, that's what Paul Gascoigne's all about. He shows his ability to beat the man as if he wasn't there. He shows his vision, picking Boksic out at the back post. And Boksic, well, there he is. I think the look in his face explains everything. He doesn't believe that he's missed the chance. A fantastic move by Paul Gascoigne, and it should have been a finish. We should be looking at a draw as it stands.
And how the crowd enjoyed that exquisite piece of skill from Gascoigne. Now he's found Victor, and Vierkavon kept crunching into the tackle. Well, they say he's a quiet man off the field, but he's pretty ruthless on it. 34 years old now, Vierkavon. And that was a rather unpleasant assault then on Arden Winter. Fuser taking the free kick. Boksic got his header in, but nothing to trouble Paliuka.
Just assessing Verkwood there, Peter. That's the second time that he's done that. He's body checked players and taken them out of the game. I think the next time, if the referee remembers, I think he's in for a booking.
I'm sure he's noted it. There is Vierkavon with the header away. Fuser. Boksic in the middle. Terrific climb by Boksic. Paliuka, like Marcagiani at the other end, came flying out. Didn't make it. And my word, that was close.
I think he was unlucky, Pierre. What he has shown here is a great bravery. He's come in, he knows the goalkeeper's coming out. It's not mattered one iota, he's went for it.
He looks an outstanding prospect, Alan Boksic. So sharp on the ground, and as he demonstrated there, lethal in the air.
Yeah, the only quality so far he hasn't shown is actually putting the ball on target. He's shown good pace, good control, he's got strength, and I think before long we could see him actually giving us that quality what we're talking about is his finishing.
Well, his timing in the air may not have produced a goal, but you'd have been, as a former striker yourself, impressed with the height he got there on that.
Well, I was impressed with the height and also the bravery, because he's going into a very dangerous area. He's into the 6-yard box here. He's going with the defender, and he's also coming across a goalkeeper who's coming in the other way, and as it looked, he was the bravest of the two.
Here's Winter. Fuser, whose cross nearly laid on an equaliser. Milan, I'm hearing, have now taken the lead away to Reggiano. No great surprise, I suppose. Desailly, another Frenchman, has given them the lead. Two Frenchmen now, Milan, with Jean-Pierre Papin, of course, a regular in the side. Reggiano 0, Milan the leaders 1. Now, this game it's still Sampdoria, but they're hanging on to a slender lead earned by Ruud Gullit on 5 minutes. And with Gascoigne tugging the string so effectively for Lazio, maybe an equaliser isn't too far away. But right now it's a free kick to Sampdoria. Flat. On for Gullit. Now Jugovic. Gullit again. Serena linking with Jugovic. Gullit. Bonomi able to dispossess him though. Then carelessly given away by Lazio to Manini. Jugovic. Here's Lombardo. Now Mancini. And a very hurried clearance by young Sacchetti, who has been playing well though in this Sampdoria defence, more on the right side really than the central role he had at the start, or on the left as he played a fair bit last season. Put it on by Gascoigne for Bacci into Winter. Good covering though by Jugovic. Sacchetti. Gascoigne in firmly on Mancini. Totally immersed in the game, Paul Gascoigne. Giovanni. Here's Crivero. Fuser. Won by Bonomi to Boksic. He's got everything, this fella. Great run here again by Boksic. And off Manini, and Paliuka right underneath his own crossbar. Somehow managed to spoon it away.
Well, he looks a player, Peter, doesn't he? As he's demonstrated there, he's come down on the left-hand side this time. He's already went down on the right-hand side. He's got two good feet. And
up by Hullet. Let's come back to him in a moment. Let's stay with this attack, though. Signori. Rivero has stayed forward. Boksic was waiting in there as well. Bonomi. Lazio fans urging their team forward. Di Matteo. Crivero. They're camped around the Sampdoria penalty box. Fuser. Bonomi. Gascoigne. It's all very tight in there. Fuser. And just too many Sampdoria players in the end. And always the danger of the threat of the counter-attack from Sampdoria. But not this time. Fuser. Hasn't really got round the back of the Sampdoria defence so far, Fuser. Just that one cross in. It almost gave Boksic a goal a little earlier on.
I think that's what's got to happen, Pierre. I think you've got to get your full-backs forward and get round the back on, because at the moment, although we're talking about quality players, I think Sampdoria reading it is pretty predictable what Lazio are doing, and it's either going to come from round the back or someone like Boksic is creating something out of nothing.
Well, Paliuka, time wasting already. Don Howe, what's your assessment of the first half so far?
Well, this last 15 minutes, Peter, Lazio have got right on top and really should have got an equaliser, perhaps in front, mainly through Paul Gascoigne and Boksic. I mean, Paul Gascoigne's made some terrific decisions on the ball. He knows when to run with it. He knows when he's got to play it off. And Boksic at times been brilliant.
OK, Don, more from you later. Here's Gascoigne now. Has he taken the right option here? He's found Winter. Now Fuser. Lombardo. It's Mancini now for Sampdoria. The goal up, but the lead looks a slender one. And Lombardo then was yards offside. Lombardo, who scored the winner in Sampdoria's last match against Reggiana. Hasn't missed a game for Sampdoria now for some 3 seasons. Boksic. The Ecovon helped out by Serena. And I think sometimes he's going to need to contain this man Boksic, who's had a devastating start to the game. Foul on Mancini. Volatile character Mancini, and a really key man for Sampdoria, as he has been down the years, certainly in their championship side of '91. And he formed that potent partnership with Vialli. Now Sacchetti. Lombardo making a good run here. Hullet's at the far post. This is Hullet now. Vani. Well, good running by Mancini. And it should have been a second. Terrific anticipation by Mancini, and he couldn't quite finish it off.
That was a great ball through Vani. I think Lazio were waiting for an offside decision there, but he's taken on his left peg, Mancini, and just put it by a post. I think he'll be a bit disappointed he didn't tuck that one away.
Well, he hasn't scored since October, Mancini. But he will be very disappointed that he didn't accept that opportunity. Lazio stay in the game. Fuser away from Serena. It was a rather lightweight challenge by Serena. Fuser's attempted cross. And they need to get him attacking down that right flank. Diego Fuser. Problem here for Vierkabon. He won't get much sympathy from the Lazio fans, that's for sure. I mentioned Jean-Pierre Papin earlier on. He's been sent off, I'm told now, in Milan's match away to Reggiana. This is Di Matteo appealing for a penalty, and he's given it. The referee has pointed to the spot. The foul on Di Matteo. Joe.
Well, the referee is right on the spot. He's only a couple of yards from it. I think there was I think he just took him out of the game there. And I don't think there was a need to, but it gives him a great gives him a great opportunity to level the score.
Well, Paliuca still complaining bitterly. Eriksson, the coach, can't believe the decision. Now, will it be Signori? Looks like it. Rivero also takes penalties for Lazio. But Signori fancies this one. Scored more penalties than any other player in Serie A last season. He has his own intriguing technique here, as you'll see. Hardly any backlift. And he doesn't need it. Lazio are level. Gone, and Signori, with his 7th goal of the season, enables Lazio to draw level.
Yeah, I think they deserve to draw level. I think they've been very positive. They are the home team. There's been a lot of movement round about the Serie Sampdoria box. If you just look at that straight there, with hardly any backlift at all, it is 2 steps. Last week I seen him, I think it was a replay where he's put it in the other corner and now he puts it in that. So from that deceptive run up to it, he can place whatever he wants, Peter.
I'll tell you what though, Joe, he wasn't far away from it, Paliuca, and he was beating the ground in frustration afterwards. He was very close to getting it. He's
made the right decision, he's picked the right corner, but unfortunately for him, Signori, the power that he's got in the left foot shot has just put it beyond him.
What an atmosphere now in the Olympic Stadium. Lombardo with a free kick for Sampdoria. Given the early lead by Ruud Gullit, but now Signori has put Lazio back on level terms. A lot of indignation at the moment among the Sampdoria players, who were very aggrieved at the decision at the other end for the penalty, and now Ruud Gullit's in trouble. Yellow card for the Sampdoria maestro.
I think Hull's got a point there. I think that the offence could have even been the other way there. Hull's trying to get up, and I think there was someone climbing on his back. But the referees interpreted that Hullet was backing into the Lazio player. But I'd like another look at that.
I'll see what I can do, Joe.
Thanks very much, Peter.
I don't think we're going to see that one again for a while. Rivero. Bonomi. In goes Lombardo. Gullit. Now Lombardo. Can he get away from Bergodi? Just got a glimpse a moment or so ago of Pagnotti, the president of Lazio, whose patience with Gascoigne reportedly has been running rather short. But if he plays like he has been today, all will be forgiven. Was there? Here's Gaza now. Foul by Platt. 2 England men together. Winter fighting Rivero. This is Bacci, who fills a variety of roles for Lazio. Bacci's a very important member of their squad these days. Gascoigne doing well, feeding Winter. Well, he thought about the shot first time. The second one was chance now with a shot anyway. Now Gascoigne. Bacci. Less than 5 minutes of the first half to go. And Boxic didn't have time then to line up a shot. Gascoigne. Good skill again. Well, it's on the break. Varney away to his left. And Mancini thwarted. Dino's off, chain smoking as ever down on the bench. He's seen his team battle their way back in impressive fashion. I have the feeling, though, Joe, that Sampdoria are well capable of scoring again.
Yes, I think so. I look at Hullet there, and he seems to have been a little bit upset by the decision and the referee, but I think that could work in Sampdoria's favour.
Glorious skill then by Hullet. Lombardo was checked.
I think when Sampdoria went 1-0 up, I think they were quite content just to hold that lead. But as it is with Lazio coming back to a draw, I think Sampdoria still got something in the tank there to pull out and try and get the advantage again.
Gaza getting involved verbally. Not sure how good his Italian is now, but certainly having words with Mancini. Two number 10s in verbal conflict. Rigodi trying to get this Lazio defence organised. It's a yellow card for Crivero. Ivani. Jugovic, who was battered then by Gascoigne. Right on the back of the head. 2 minutes to half-time. Lazio 1, Sampdoria 1. This one's within the range of the likes of Mancini, Hullet there too, and Ivani. And certainly Jugovic has been known to strike a pretty mean shot from here. Won't be hit this time though. Two ex-Milan men together, Ivani and Hullet. Marchigiani prowling on his line. There's Hullet's shot! And Marchigiani with his body right behind it. Into the last minute of the first half, and it's Gascoigne for Lazio. Again showing good vision to pick out Bacci. Here's Di Matteo. For Boxic, was almost caught then by Lombardo. Bacci. Lombardo, as ever, working so diligently for Sampdoria. Here's Bonomi. His form has been keeping out Luzadi. But it's touch to Jugovic. Mancini, he's onside here. And he just lost the momentum there with that slip, and he pulled up rather sharply too. Mancini off the field now. Lombardo, another foraging run by him. He's given it straight to Bacci. Signori, there's a Lazio player down, it may be Gaza. Bacci out by Vierkavot. Lombardo. Foul by Bacci. It was indeed Paul Gascoigne who was down, but he's up now on his feet. And hopefully okay. Free kick has yet to be taken. A really tight contest, this one. Gascoigne just feeling his back at the moment, so hopefully that's not too serious. He's running around in the penalty box at the moment. Chipped in by Ivani. Here's Serena. Jugovic to pump it back again. Di Matteo. Well, that was neatly done. Sacchetti was in ahead of Signori. Di Matteo, who's been called up for the latest get-together then by Arrigo Sacchi. 22 players with an eye to the World Cup finals. Actually has dual nationality, Di Matteo, having come from Arau in Switzerland. Fuser. Di Matteo. Now Privero to point it on. Gascoigne. Boxic. No, he wouldn't have counted anyway. Wouldn't have counted.
I wouldn't have counted, Peter, but it was a marvellous little ball by Gascoigne here. I mean, he's put it through the eye of a needle between the two there. You could only be talking about a foot there between being onside and offside there. It was a marvellous move by Lazio, and they're certainly finishing a half a stronger team.
And there is the half-time whistle. Gascoigne was swiftly off the field. I think he may well need some attention to what looked like a back problem. But he has been playing very well, Gascoigne. They can ill afford to lose him now. Lazio clawing their way back after the opener from Ruud Gullit on 5 minutes. Signori from the penalty spot equalising on 37. Half-time in the Olympic Stadium. It's Lazio 1, Sampdoria 1.
Welcome back to the Stadio Olimpico, where after a particularly fine first half of our live game, it's Lazio 1, Sampdoria 1. Half-time obviously at the moment, and as such, a good moment to race through the rest of the scores at half-time around the rest of Serie A. And they are as follows. Cagliari 1-1 with Lecce, Padellino getting the first score there, Oliveira equalising for Cagliari. Genoa 1-0 up over Cremonese, Galanti the scorer there. Inter trailing by a goal, surprisingly, to Atalanta. Magoni, the scorer for Atalanta. Lazio 1-1 with Sampdoria. Signori responding to Gullit's goal at the 7th minute. Signori with a penalty, obviously. Piacenza a 1-1 with Parma. Ferranti, the scorer for Piacenza. Balleri equalising for Parma. Reggiana trail Milan 1-0. Desai getting his first goal of the season for the current Serie A champions. Torino 0-0 with Roma, and Udinese trailing a goal to Juventus. Marocchi the scorer for La Signora. Well, Napoli-Foggia coming up at the game being played tonight, but that's the half-time scores from the rest of the Serie A goals on this, the 17th weekend of this season. Well, the years may roll by, but some traditions remain unchanged. Yes, it's time for golden goals this week with the best of the December scores. Pick the top 3 from this lot, and you could win a trip to join me here in Rome for Lazio against Milan.
Yes, your chance to look at some great goals, the pick of those scored last month. Paul Gascoigne will choose his top selection from these. Match your selection with his, and you could win an Alitalia Italia Tour trip to see Lazio play Milan in February. So those are our December golden goals. Remember, we want just your top selection. The writer of the first correct card picked out next Friday, whose choice matches Gazza's, will win that trip to Rome to see Lazio play on February the 20th. Send your cards to Goal of the Month, Football Italia, P.O. Box 1881, London W10 6ZP. Good luck.
Welcome back to the Stadio Olimpico. We're awaiting the return of the two Teals onto the field here for the second half. It looks as though Paul Gascoigne will be joining them, and Lazio will certainly be hoping so, because he had a tremendous impact on their game in the first half, Don.
Without doubt. His decision-making on the ball, James, was absolutely immaculate today. I mean, sometimes he does overrun with the ball, not today. I mean, he knew when to pass it, he knew when to run with it. And that ball to the back post to Boksic, when Boksic should have scored, was absolutely superb.
Well, the players are coming out now. Just a quick point that it's not just the two Englishmen playing today. There's also a duel between Sampdoria's Ruud Gullit and fellow Dutchman Winter of Lazio.
That's right. I mean, Gullit was the reason why Sampdoria started off the game so well. I mean, normally Mancini is the top man and Gullit comes free. This time they reversed it. And Gullit played top man and Mancini came back in the midfield. And he caught Lazio out and he made some positive runs. And then he got that goal from the corner. All right, you could look at Marco Gianni, but it was a good header.
Any words on David Platt's performance so far?
Yeah, he worked hard. I think in the last 20 minutes he's had to help out at the back because they're under a lot of pressure, but he's made a lot of runs forward. He's tried to get into the Lazio box, but obviously he can only do that when his team are on top.
OK, well, I think we'll hand back over to Peter Brackley and Joe Jordan now, with the ball about to be kicked off for the second half. So back to you guys in the box.
Thank you, James. And Paul Gascoigne indeed has come out for the second half. It looked like a bit of a back problem for the way he was walking off at half-time. But the man who's really impressed us, along with Gascoigne, certainly is this fellow, number 9 there, Boksic, Joe.
Yeah, he looks a centre-forward, doesn't he? He's already demonstrated his skills and whatnot. And all we're waiting for now is for him to make a bit of conclusion with his finishing. It's nice to see Paul Gascoigne starting the second half, and I'm sure that Zoff is as delighted as anyone, because Paul has made a vast contribution to it. He's demonstrated his ability on the ball, his vision, and he's a player that's going to line up everything for Boksic. He's going to play the balls through, he's going to put the balls across, and he's important that he's starting the second half.
Lazio kicking off and attacking the goal then to our right. Boksic, as ever, followed by Vierkabo. And I say as ever, they've alternated a little bit. If he's gone over on the left, then Sacchetti has picked him up. This is Fouzer. Fouzer again. Now a chance to cross it in. Took a slight deflection there. The difficult ball for Sacchetti to deal with, and Boksic came herring in. Gascoigne. As Don Howe was saying, he's made so many good decisions on the ball, Gascoigne. When to release the ball, when to hold it, who to pass it to. His brain has been working overtime. Not sure about this injury he picked up, Joe. Not sure if you're with that.
Well, it doesn't look too bad to me there.
I meant the earlier one, the groin injury.
The groin one.
Did you ever get one of those falling out of bed?
No, I wouldn't go as far as that. I think
you didn't go to bed early enough for that, did you? Lombardo. Touch off by Mancini, Winter away. Sacchetti. Sampdoria, along with Juventus, the top scorers in Serie A, and Gullit there is one of the reasons why. I was just wondering if the whole thing was a bit of a leg pull from Gascoigne, knowing his antics off the field.
Well, he's got up to everything, and both on and off the field, but he has had these injury problems, and one thing it is apart when a player has an injury and he's been out for a long time is the secondary injuries that can occur when they're trying to get back to fitness along with on a par with his teammates. And maybe that's what Paul's been trying to do, trying to catch up on the stamina work that maybe he's missed. And when that happens, you can get slight strains in your hamstrings and thighs and groins, and maybe that's what's happened, but it doesn't show today. He's playing with a lot of freedom and a lot of confidence.
Well, Sampdoria started the first half so well, and they've made a brisk opening to the second one as well. Free kick given for the foul by Bacci. Mancini taking the kick. And that'll be Marchigiani's, the world's most expensive goalkeeper. Around £5 million. It costs for Lazio to bring him to the club from Torino. There. Gascoigne. Always a cheer around the stadium when Gascoigne has the ball. Well, they are warming up Di Mauro, so maybe Gascoigne has got a problem. He's not running too well. Lombardo. And a free kick to Sampdoria. And Gascoigne reluctantly is going off. He's getting a terrific ovation from the Lazio fans. Well, Joe, what do you make of that?
Well, it's disappointing. No more so than the actual lad himself, you know. For what we've seen of him in the game, it did appear that he was enjoying the game. And when a player's enjoying the game, you know, his contribution is there. And it was definitely something that Zoff didn't want.
Lombardo for Sampdoria. In towards Hullet and Jukovic. It was Bogodi, though, who hooked it clear. On his far is Ivani. Mancini whipping over the cross. Ivani. Within shooting range, it took a couple of deflections there. But safely through to Marchigiani. Ivani, who hasn't scored yet for Sampdoria this season. Waiting in the middle, and he pulled away from Bogodi, and the cross was just too long.
Well, we're certainly starting in a positive fashion, Sampdoria. You know, I had a fear that they maybe settle for a draw and just taking the 1 point back with them, but the way they started in the second half, they've come for 2 points, and they are the team that started the better.
And Lazio then now without Paul Gascoigne. If you've tuned in late at the start of the second half, has had to go off injured. Whether it's the back problem or a recurrence of any of his other ailments, we don't know. Here's Manini. Di Mauro, the player who has come on for Paul Gascoigne, is an Italian international. And a very useful one too. Serena. Ivani. Another very effective afternoon from Ivani so far for Sampdoria. Jukovic. That had arrived at the far post, and the ball was already out of play. Second goal for Juventus, and scored by the new European Footballer of the Year, Roberto Baggio. He's got the second for Juventus today, away to Udinese. Udinese 0, Juventus 2. Another one for Roberto Baggio. That's his 10th of the season. Ivani. Here's Vierkevaart. Now Lombardo. And he was tucked back then by Bacci, who slotted in down the left side. And really, Lazio are missing Favalli, who makes so many good runs down the left flank. He's up through suspension today, remember, Favalli. Really got round the back on the left side too often, Lazio. Ivani with the free kick. David Platz in the penalty box. Vierkevaart. He was in the right place if there'd been any mishap at the back then from Lazio. Maluka having to retain his concentration. Hullet. Mancini had made the run. Top penalty here, though, by Marchigiani. Hullet. Flicked on by Jukovic. Mancini is just onside. But it's Winter for Lazio. Now Vierkevaart. Signori. There's Boksic. Neat skill by the Croat. Was there. Tame header though. Picked up by Ivani. And Mancini is quickly closed down by Bonomi. Giannini has scored for Roma away to Torino. Torino 0, Roma 1. A penalty from Giannini. Archie with the attempted crossing. Now Di Mauro, former Roma and Fiorentina player. Happy to shepherd that one out. Something missing from Lazio's play at the moment, and I think we put that down to Gazza's absence.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's anyone on the bench or anyone in the team with the same guile and inventiveness as Paul Gascoigne, and I think that makes its appearance with the departure of him.
Bullet. He was the target for Lombardo's pass. Away from Bagodi, Lombardo to Ivani, patrolling the heart of the midfield still for Sampdoria. Here's Jugovic. Couldn't find Mancini, but here's Platt. Now Lombardo. And Marcagiani happy to see it roll wide. No real sting on the shot from Lombardo. He's got 3 goals this season. Jugovic to Hullet. Now neat play by the giant Dutchman. Ivani. Hullet's continued his run into the middle. Mancini was at the far post. And the deflection could have deceived Lazio there. Lead for Marcagiani. Lazio 1, Sampdoria 1. Victor elegantly past Vierkeban. Boksic was in the middle, and Signori arriving too. And that's when Lazio are at their most dangerous, when they've got those two in the penalty box. Jugovic. Jose came scampering back. Di Mauro. Oh, Hullet's in the clear! Marcagiani with a brave and alert piece of goalkeeping to deny Ruud Hullet. And here comes Sampdoria again. Sacchetti linking with Hullet. Taking on Bagodi, and into the side netting.
Well, that was a marvellous opportunity there for Sampdoria to take the lead again, and I've got to look at Marcagiani there and say that he's made amends for the early mistake in the first 5 minutes where he allowed Hullet to score. He's retrieved it, and he's, well, we've got to say, he's saved a certain goal.
Well, he's regarded as the number 2 to Pagliuca, the man at the other end, for the Italian national team set up. But Marcagiani says he's not going to the USA just as a tourist. Well, here's Victor now, taking on Manini. And that was some solid defensive work made by Manini. Needed to be as well. Sampdoria just threatening to take the upper hand, but Lazio now trying to claw their way back again. Sacchetti picked up Boksic. Here's Ivani. Now Vierkeban. Still so enthusiastic about the game at 34, Vierkeban. He's the first to the training ground each day. Hullet. Away from Bagodi. Still Hullet showing such strength until Bonomi came clattering into the tackle. On from Boksic. Great climb. Signori now. Boksic. And he spotted the run of Di Matteo. I couldn't release him. Lombardo on the counter-attack for Sampdoria. Boksic, who poses such a threat to Sampdoria. Fuzer. Boksic. Too long for Fuzer. Jugovic. This is Ivani. Now Lombardo. That has drifted out wide of him. One back cleanly though by Di Matteo. Lombardo gave up the chase. Offside. Don Howe, how do you think the second half shaping up now? Hello, Don. Are you hearing me?
Hello, yes. Hello, Peter.
Don, sorry, just wondering how you were thinking the second half shaping up at the moment.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sampdoria have started off like they started the game. They're right on top. Once again, mainly through Lombardo and Gullit. They really are playing well. Davy Platt's getting forward all the time now. They've started off the second half as though they're going out there to win the game.
They're doing that now. Sacchetti. Well read though by Bonamy. Thanks for that, Don. Now Mancini bursting down the right. Mancini with the saving tackle. Negro, one of the reserve defenders at Lazio. Mancini, who's on 98 goals in Italian football, although he says 99. There's a dispute over one that he says wasn't an own goal, but then he would, wouldn't he? But you've claimed a few of those, Joe, in your time there.
Oh, I think you've got to claim everything that's going, but he'll get it.
Ivani with the corner.
I think he'll have a difficult job in retrieving that extra goal there. If it takes a deflection out in Italy, it goes to the defender. Very, very, very rare that the player retrieves that particular goal if it hasn't had a clean strike and in the net without a deflection.
Just got a sight there of Paul Gascoigne down on the bench, and we'll hope to bring you some news of his injury later. Great dummy then by Mancini. Here's Hullet. Sampdoria certainly don't appear to be settling for a draw in any way. Ivani. Serena. Hullet have just stayed onside. Too easy though for Marchigiani.
I've noticed, Peter, since Paul Gascoigne has gone off, that Ivani has come more into the game. He is a player that's played his career on the left wing, but he's got this new role here for Sampdoria, and he's more or less the general there. He plays the game simple, but he very rarely gives the ball away. That's what he doesn't here.
And he hasn't given it away. Well done, Joe. Hullet, so often when you start saying things like that, the opposite happens. Here's Hullet now. It's a clever chip. Not quite enough to outsmart Marchigiani, though. Sampdoria's gain this season is very much the loss for Milan of Ruud Hullet. Now Di Matteo. This is Bacci. Now Signori. Still Signori. And ran into Lombardo. Bacci. Ivani. Di Mauro. Put it on for Victor. Now Fuser. And all tied it up by Serena. Here's Hullet. Mancini. Jugovic on for David Platt. Now can he service Hullet in the middle? Rather disgusted response from Mancini. Hoping for a better supply line there from David Platt. And the large cheer you might have heard earlier was for Torino equalising against Lazio's great rivals Roma. Carbone has scored for Torino. Torino 1, Roma 1. And Baggio has struck again, his 11th goal of the season. So Juventus are now 3 up away to Udinese. Looks like 2 more points for Trapattoni's team today. The honours here are being shared at the moment. 1-1. Both goals in the first half. Put in after 5 minutes. Signori with a penalty on 37. Manini. Here's Platt. Now Hullet. Jugovic has made that run through the middle, spotted by Hullet, but also by Marchegiano. Fuser. Currently out of favour with the Italian national team, Fuser, hoping to make the plane to the United States for the World Cup finals. It's Fuser now. Drilled on towards Winter. To no avail, Jugovic. Now Ivani. It's all revolving around him for Sampdoria. Platt. Too easy for Bonamy. Signori. Probing from deep. Di Mauro. Signori going down then under the weight of the challenge from David Platt. That was an innocuous one, really. Certainly no intent on David's part. Brackley. Good anticipation by Manini. Not too much gets past him. Boksic. Manini got a foot in. And it's Ivani. Boksic injured in the process. Bjerkevaart with Ivani. Ivani, who wasn't guaranteed a regular place in the Milan side, and with the World Cup finals looming, I thought the move to Sampdoria was the right one. Mancini almost up into that cross. Lombardo wide to Hullet. Now for Platt. Down Jugovic. And they will feel Sampdoria, they should have made more of that.
I think so. The first ball, I think, was coming from Jugovic. And I thought Mancini was going to get it, but the keeper just intercepted it prior to arriving at Mancini's head. Then we had another cross from the opposite side, and Sampdoria look at that and really looking for more than just a little bit of excitement, maybe looking for a goal from that particular action.
Di Matteo was careless there, though. Getting a second chance. Now Di Mauro. Of course, no Thomas Doll in the Lazio side with the three foreigners rule. You can't get a place at the moment. Gascoigne, Winter and Boksic, the three overseas men in the Lazio team. Lombardo hoisted upfield. Wondering, Joe, if Sampdoria at half-time might have settled for the draw. It doesn't look that way.
No, certainly not. It's a very dangerous thing to say, but I would say that the Sampdoria are controlling the game. But when you have players like Boksic and Signori about anything can happen, just in one instant, one flash of brilliance. But as it is at the moment, I see the game, I see Sampdoria controlling it, and the team that most likely to score a goal.
Winter to Di Matteo. Now Signori. Linking with Fuser. Not a bad cross in either. And it certainly brought the best out of Paliuca. Boksic, who was such a big hit with Marseille, and equally so with Lazio so far. Signori now, taking them all on. It was Platt who brought him down. Signori, this tiny darting figure, but he was just too quick for them then. And David Platt has been cautioned. Yellow card. Up by Sacchetti. Ivani, surely handled then by Di Mauro.
Well, that incident there with Signori, it shows how difficult it is for defenders. And we're talking about quality defenders and how to deal with someone like Signori and Boksic on other occasions. When these players are coming at you at pace, and also with the control that they have over the ball, it's virtually impossible to do anything.
Goes Platt. Good tackle there by Bonamy. And he's come back with a vengeance, Bonamy, after that lengthy injury that kept him out of the game for so long. Bonamy just 21. Now Mancini on for Hullet. We have made efforts to find out what's happened to Paul Gascoigne, but Lazio are saying they'll let us know after the game. No one's saying too much at the moment. Still down there on the bench, so hopefully the injury isn't too serious. Certainly missing his influence out there now. Some great touches from Gazza in the first half. Excellent distribution at times. He was the man really that threatened to open up Sampdoria. Ivani hooked on to Hullet. Jugovic. Now Ivani. He's got outstanding close control, Ivani.
That action there that we've seen there between both players, Jugovic and Ivani, from the ground level, I think demonstrated how good a touch these players have. Especially Ivani, it was in a very difficult position, but manoeuvring the ball, coming round and keeping possession, it just shows how good a player these people are.
Di Mauro with the free kick. Now Crivero. Is Lombardo. Bonamy. Di Mauro. Come on for Gascoigne. Native Roma. Di Mauro, he played for Roma, as I was saying earlier on. He says himself he's not a fan of either club, rather diplomatic that. Lazio or Roma. Viakovad. Lombardo now. Prepared to take on Bacci, and Crivero sliding into the tackle. Minutes to go. Lazio 1, Sampdoria 1. Mancini. Off goes Signori. Lombardo chasing back at him. They do work so hard, Sampdoria, to regain possession. But not for the moment. Di Mauro. On for Boksic. Manini just managed to get a foot in. Lombardo. Mancini threatening to drift past Bonamy.
The point you brought up there, Peter, about the work rate of the player. I mean, we're talking about here about some of the top players in the world, and yeah, it has been noticed today, and well, I would say every week, the amount of what these players are prepared to put in.
Lombardo was certainly putting some work in there, and he was just tripped at the last. Well, Bacci didn't think so, but referee Miki did.
Very dangerous position, this, Peter, you know, with people that Hullet about, and with the quality of the ball that Ivani can put in. The keeper will need to be on his toes.
Meanwhile, a substitution is about to be made. Casiraghi is coming on. Pierluigi Casiraghi seems to be the first choice for Arrigo Sacchi, the Italian national team coach, but not for Lazio. And Signori is coming off, so it's a change for Lazio that will mean an aerial threat to Sampdoria. Casiraghi, who's so strong in the air. A really different style of front runner to Signori. Ivani curling the ball in, and the whistle's gone for a free kick to Lazio.
Well, that's a demonstration of the quality that Lazio have when they can bring someone like Casiraghi, who is, as you mentioned, very strongly thought of by Sacchi, to replace a player like Signori. And any team that's going to try and qualify for a UEFA place has got to have that strength and depth.
Casiraghi, who scored in the victory at Lecce a couple of weeks ago. That was his first goal for Lazio. Indeed, he hadn't scored in Serie A since last January. He suits the Italian national team's style of play. Lombardo. On for Mancini. Bonami has gone with him. Now Lombardo. A little tap. Looking for something in the middle. Ivani. His distribution wasn't good enough. All credit to Cavero for the anticipation. Vinter now. The president of the back there, won't be happy at the way his team seem to have handed over the initiative at the moment. Lombardo, direct approach this time. Mancini. We've got two in the box. One of them here is David Platt. That was a good effort then by Platt, showing outstanding awareness in the penalty box.
Well, that typifies David in the role that he plays there. He's not been involved in the last 15-20 minutes other than working to retrieve the ball. But he's always there when the break's on. He's always there in support. And his position was excellent there. And he just failed to convert the volley.
His goals ratio has dropped a little bit in recent weeks, David Platt. He's still managed 6 so far this season. Only 2 in the last 9. But nonetheless, that's a fair return for a midfield player at this stage of the season. Bonami just doing enough then to deter Rudhullet, but the Dutchman has forced the corner.
Well, he was quick to seize on that mistake there, and out of nothing, he's got his team a corner.
I wonder, will we see Rudhullet in the World Cup finals now that Johan Cruyff is not going to coach the Dutch national team? Maybe Hullet won't go. He said he wouldn't if Abakar was still in charge, and that is the case. Ivani. And Bugatti wasn't far away then from conceding an own goal. Even Boksic has come back to defend the corner. Very competitive game, but it's been played in an excellent spirit. Here's Hullet. Back in towards Vierkevaart. Nakashiari managing to hold on. Di Mauro. Shackled by Ivani. Now Platt to Hullet. Mistake by Di Mauro. Hasn't really settled yet. And being asked to take over Gascoigne's mantle is not proving easy for him. Quite clearly, Cazzo is a real favourite with the Lazio fans. And they were so disappointed when he went off, as I'm sure he was himself.
Yes, I think the influence of David Platt, Peter, has been shown since his departure. They're not playing with the same inventiveness, the same spur, really. There is no sparkle about the Lazio team. I think David gave him in the first half.
Vierkevaart. Still Vierkevaart. Good support here from Jugovic. Had a bit of time then to weigh up the options. Slimming it back to Serena. Now Jugovic. And Hullet. No, the flag was up. Play on, says the referee, but acknowledging the linesman's flag. Something would escape then for Lazio. And the menacing figure of Hullet remains an ominous one for Lazio. Di Mauro. Di Matteo. Just trying to work it on towards Boksic. And the whole posse of defenders doing their job for Sampdoria. Now here's that moment, Joe.
Yeah, I think Rudhill will be a bit disappointed there. He can look along the line and see where the ball's coming from, and also the defenders. So he's in a great position to assess what angle the ball's coming at him to remain onside, and he's just got himself caught. And the header was well placed. I think it eventually hit the post, but he was disappointed he didn't retain himself in an onside position.
Mancini. Now Ivani. Again, Lazio having to play second fiddle for the moment. And they are the home side. Sampdoria with this marvellous away record this season, looking for the extra point. It's still 1-1. Ivani flags up against Lombardo, and the strike referee has blown the whistle. Inter have equalised against Atalanta, and it's Dennis Bergkamp from the penalty spot who has scored what could well turn out to be a crucial goal for Inter. They're near the top of the table. Last we heard, Milan, the leaders, still a goal up away to Reggiana, although they are down to 10 men with Papin, the Frenchman having been sent off in the first half. Vierkevaart. Onomi. That's his view of the game. I think our view at the moment is that Sampdoria have taken up the reins, and Lazio, the side being pegged back. Don, how is that the way you see it at the moment? Sampdoria in control.
Well, they've disappeared really, Lazio, Peter, in this. I mean, they just haven't got it going in the second half. I mean, they've controlled it all the way along Sampdoria. Lombardo has been absolutely brilliant. Gullit is running off the ball, has been fantastic. David Platt's been in the box at least 6 times this second half. They're right on top, and if there's somebody going to win it, it's going to be Sampdoria.
Lombardo now. 10 minutes left. Whistles from the Lazio fans, who aren't too happy with their team's display, certainly in the second half, as Salsano prepares to come on, as he has so often this season, for Sampdoria. He's only started one game, and it's Mancini about his goal to replace. Salsano in his third spell with Sampdoria, now 31 years old. Tricky little player, but not a regular choice for Sampdoria. Useful man to have in the squad, though. Ivani with the corner. Away by Cravero. Ivani. And flags up for offside against Vierkevaart. What raises? Mancini, captain of Sampdoria, replaced by Salsano. Not one of his most effective days, really, today, Mancini. Hoping the goal from Gullit will be enough to at least his team a point. This is how it stands at the moment. Vinter. Cravero. Now Bacci to Di Mauro. Seem to run out of attacking ideas in the second half, really, Lazio. As John Howe was saying, they just haven't got going. Bonomi. And the Lazio supporters very dispirited. Maybe Boksic can lift those spirits now. A lovely turn of pace. Casiraghi waiting at the far post. Boksic chose to go it alone, Joe.
Well, he did, and he did it in style as well. We're just discussing Sampdoria, but here's Boksic on behalf of Lazio, just really change in our opinion on the way the game was going. We've been talking about Sampdoria and how much they've dominated the game, and they have. But when you have a player like Bosic who can create something out of nothing, as he nearly did then, they can change their opinion in 1 second. But looking at Sampdoria, I think with the form that they've shown away from home, I think they have a realisation that Milan, who they're trying to catch, they have really got to come away from home, and sometimes a point away from home is not sufficient. They've come here with attitude to try and get to it. And that's from the start, and they're still continuing. They're still searching for that second goal and the second point. But I think they've still got to be wary of Bosic, as he showed there, what he can do.
His acceleration was quite phenomenal. Now Jugovic. Hasn't scored then for 4 months now, Jugovic. Too early on in the season. And he got 8 in the last campaign, so he certainly knows where the goal is. And he has been an undoubted success for Sampdoria. Maybe not quite as effective in this term as he was in the first one. Bogodi. Lazio captain trying to get something started for his team, but to no avail. Jugovic. Serena. Now Hullet. Plenty of space here for Lombardo. Until Di Matteo confronts him. Still Lombardo. Ivani. Now Platt. Possession football from Sampdoria. Salcedo to Ivani. Jugovic has given it away to Cavero. Now Boksic. Well run back by Sacchetti. Boksic says a corner. Sacchetti says goal kick. The referee has given the corner. The dismay of Eriksson and Mancini down on the bench. Well, they're still complaining bitterly. Quite sure there, Joe. Might need a second look at that, but Sacchetti was absolutely adamant it was a goal kick.
Oh, he was positive it was his ball, and in fact he could have retrieved it and regained possession, but he thought he was playing safe by allowing the ball to go out and killing the game.
Casiraghi lurking on that near post. Boksic. Here's Hullet. And a foul by Casiraghi. News of another shot goal by Atalanta away to Inter. Inter 1, Atalanta 2. Orlandini has notched the second goal for Atalanta, who led early on. Inter came back to equalise, but now Atalanta in front again. Upset of the day if that one stays the same way. Inter so strong at home, and Atalanta, to be honest, don't do too much away normally. Hullet, 2 Dutchmen together. Inter, who when he came to Italy said he didn't want to be known as a Ruud Hullet Mark II. 2 different styles of player. Both have made their impact on the Italian game in different ways, but successful ways. Di Matteo. Caught by Platt, who hasn't really been cautioned, so he's living a little dangerously, David, here. And he certainly took a whack at him. Fuser, by his standards, a quiet match. Di Mauro, laid off by Casiraghi. Posing no threat at all from Bogodi. Who isn't renowned as a goal scorer, that's for sure. Lombardo, who, as Don Howe was saying, has had an impressive game, foraging away down the flank, whether in an attacking role or back helping out defensively. Hullet. Salcedo to Ivani. Two diminutive figures in the midfield for Sampdoria. Dangerous ball in, dealt with though by Winter. Now Fuser. Vijakovic. Just 2 minutes to go. Jugovic. Serena. Now Lombardo. Bullet. Still the more positive play coming from Sampdoria, and they've won another corner.
I think Sampdoria in these last few minutes, Peter, what they've been trying to do is to be trying to build patiently and draw Lazio out there. Lazio have just really retained the position outside the box, and Sampdoria are just trying to pass the ball, create something, try to probe until the moment's right, so they can play that pass that's going to create something.
Ivani with the corner, taken short this time. Vijakovic. Wide of him is Salcedo. Now Hullet. Di Matteo. Baci. Di Mauro. Into the last minute. Boxic. One back well though by Sacchetti. Ivani taking over. Now Lombardo. Sampdoria underlining really their championship potential today. Dino Zoff's team, maybe still a question mark against them. What do you think, Joe, in terms of title aspirations?
Yes, I think so. I think the Lazio probably, they'll be disappointed with the second half showing, but I think it will reinforce their opinion of their golden boy in Gascoigne. I think, you know, he's a great and popular figure here by the public, and I think his first half performance and also his omission from the team in the second half due to injury has shown that their opinion is justified. Lazio, really, if they're going to be a championship team, they've made a great acquisition in Bosic, but they still need someone like Paul Gascoigne to give them the bullets.
Bullet taking on Bonami, and the corner is won. Paul Gascoigne just started the second half and then somewhat ruefully left the field to the dismay of the Lazio fans. In fact, the free kick's been given, taken by Salcedo. There'll be no further action. The final whistle is blown by referee Niki, and it finishes with a lot of whistles from the Lazio supporters, with a point apiece. Boksic, who posed so many problems up front with his pace and his powerful running, but it wasn't enough to win the game for Lazio. Hullet with the first goal on 5 minutes for Sampdoria, then the Signori penalty to level matters out. Now here's the first goal, Joe.
Yeah, without any shadow of a doubt. I mean, it's a smashing corner, good weight, but really the goalkeeper shouldn't have come. It's too far, and the ball's not hanging there. It's driven a little bit, and Gullit, I think, you know, we can't overlook his part in it. He's been brave, been strong, and a very decisive header, but the goalkeeper should never have came for that.
Now this is the penalty.
Well, on the penalty here, the referee's only about 4 or 5 yards. I think the lad was just going to try and go into an action to actually strike the ball. And Mancini's just, it's really a fumble really, but it's resulted in a penalty. And here we have Signori with his style, unique style, just placed in the corner with a lot of power, because as we said earlier, the goalkeeper made a magnificent attempt to get to it, but the power that Signori's put it in, it was just unstoppable.
Well, those are the only 2 goals of the game, as we return you now to James Richardson. James?
Well, Don, a sparkling first 45 minutes to the game, but a second half that in many ways was as flat as a glass of champagne late on New Year's morning, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it was. Lazio virtually, when Paul Gascoigne went off, they really didn't play. I mean, I wasn't surprised when Signori got substituted, and we didn't see much of Alan Boksic, just perhaps one run. I mean, for Sampdoria, it's a good performance without really hurting Lazio. I mean, when you look at Sampdoria, they were on top so much. I mean, at the back, they had no problems. Manini was controlling things. In midfield, Ivani and David Platt were controlling things. Up front, Gullit at times was outstanding. Lombardo, absolutely brilliant. And yet, they didn't hurt Lazio enough. And you've got to when you're on top that much. And that's why the game in the second half became very ordinary.
Well, when Paul Gascoigne left just now, actually, to go into the tunnel, he didn't seem to be in any great pain, so we'll be hoping that he'll be back next week. Sampdoria and Lazio have both been touted as potential title contenders this year. Any thoughts on the future for both of them as realistic pretenders to the crown?
Oh, yeah, I think they've got a good chance. I think the Alan Boksic signing was a little bit like Man United with Cantona this time last year. I mean, it was the difference between Man United winning the title and not winning the title. And obviously, with his play, I mean, Boksic on the ball is brilliant. If they can get the ball to him, and it seems as though, unless Paul Gascoigne is in control, he's the only one who can give Boksic his service.
Well, Lazio currently lie 3 points, at the start of today's action, very quickly lay 3 points behind Milan. Can they really realistically chase them?
I think so. Why not? I mean, at times in the first half, they played very well, Lazio. The second half, they couldn't get it together.
OK, well, I will leave it there. We'll go back now to Peter, who's going to give us the rest of these thoughts from this 17th week of Serie A action.
Right, starting with Cagliari, have beaten Lecce by 2-1. Oliveira and Deli Valdez for Cagliari. Lecce's lone reply from Padalino. Lecce have had the worst start to a Serie A season by any club ever. Genoa have beaten Cremonese by 1-0. Galante on 11 minutes for the only goal of the game there for Genoa. The shock of the day, Inter 1, Atalanta 2. Atalanta, their first away win of the season. Magoni and Orlandini. Bergkamp with the lone penalty, the only reply then for Inter. Inter 1, Atalanta 2. Piacenza 1, Parma 1. Ferrante for Piacenza, and Parma's reply from Belleri. Both those goals in the first half, so Parma slipping up there with a drop point today. Reggiana 0, Milan 1, so the leaders have come up trumps again. Desai with his first goal of the season in Serie A for Milan. That on 28 minutes. Reggiana 0, Milan 1. Torino 1, Roma 1. Oh, incidentally, on the Milan game, in case you missed earlier, Papin was sent off for Milan. Torino 1, Roma 1, Carbone for Torino, and Roma's reply from Giannini with a penalty. And finally, it's Udinese 0, Juventus 3, Marocchi, and 2 goals from Roberto Baggio, both of them in the second half. Juventus, they're comfortably winning by 3-0. The match tonight, of course, Napoli against Foggia. You can see that on Mezzanotte on Tuesday night. At the top of the table, Milan then have a 2-point lead over Juventus now in second place. Sampdoria also on 23. Then come Parma and Lazio. Inter still in the frame and hoping to make inroads towards the title. Leading goal scorers, Silenzi on 12, Baggio with those 2 today, now behind him. Then come Hullet, he got 1 today, of course, for Sampdoria. And that 5 players there on 8 goals, Merla, Roy, Tentoni, Zola and Valdez. And that's it for today. Next up on the Italian scene will be Mezzanotte then on Tuesday night. Napoli against Foggia. Should be a few goals in that one. That's at 12:15. On Saturday morning, Paul Gascoigne in Gazzetta Football Italia at 11 o'clock. And we're back at the same time next week for our live game. But until then, from Joe Jordan and myself, Peter Brackley, goodbye.
In Pakistan's